Hello there, it's Dr. Susie Nee here, anaesthetist and COVID community doctor, with a video today on what is this device. So there you are. This is what is called a pulse oximeter. It's a little peg and it sits on my finger like that. And it's designed to measure two things. One is the oxygen level in my blood, and the next is my pulse rate, which is similar to my heart rate. This monitor is bread and butter for anaesthetists and also quite a few other doctors. And I happen to have bought this one. It's a cheapie off eBay. It's from when I did a lot of work in developing countries and austere environments. And I'd often carry this in my pocket to have as a second backup device. Okay, so there I go. I've put it on my finger and you can see, first of all, there's the on button. I turned it on. You can see there's that little yellow bar that's flashing up and down. Now it's flashing up and down in time with my pulse rate, which, as I said before, is similar to my heart rate. And the first reading up the top there is it's saying I've got oxygen levels of 97%. So it is a percentage. 100 is the highest number that you can get, and a normal range is to have it above 94%. Now between 92 and 94%, we'd be looking for other features to see whether you've got some lung disease. So for example, if you've got rapid breathing, your lips are turning blue or your fingernails are turning blue, I would be looking for those signs. So if they're consistently less than 92%, then I'd suggest in most instances you should be calling the ambulance. Now there's one exception there, and that is people who've got emphysema or chronic bronchitis, usually from years of smoking. So if you have any of those conditions, your baseline, your normal oxygen levels may be lower than 94%. And in that case, I'd say if it falls by 2% whilst you've got COVID, then you should seek some medical attention. Okay, the other number that it gives me is my pulse rate. So you can see here it's 86. That's a little bit high for me. I usually sit around 60. That is okay. I want my heart rate to be less than 100. If it's greater than 120, whilst I'm sitting here at rest, then again, I would be seeking medical attention about that. So that brings me to the next thing, which is about the accuracy of these. So ideally, you're using it when you're sitting there at rest, not just after you've been running around. And after you've had a big coughing fit, then it is very likely that your oxygen saturations will drop off. So hopefully you can find some space between that coughing to get a good reading. And what I mean by a good reading is you're looking at that bar and that bar's coming up and down nicely. The even better pulse oximeters will have a waveform, so it actually goes up and down like a wave. That gives you a very clear indication that it's reading your pulse well. Okay, so back to accuracy. What affects this? As I said, movement, big coughing fits. Also, if you've got poor circulation in your fingers, so if your fingers are cold, then you might want to warm them up, or you might want to put this on your toe. Yes, you can use it on your toe if they are warm. The other one is if you've got acrylic or gel nails. That can be very hard for this to read through that nail. One thing that we do is we might put the oximeter on sideways rather than having it be this way. Again, even having it on sideways can affect the accuracy, but I only give you that as a tip in case you can't take that nail off. Final thing that can affect the accuracy is your skin color. If you have a darker skin color, that might affect it as well. So how can we check to see whether it's going to be accurate? Well, my biggest tip would be to use this when you are well. To make sure that it's working when you're well, then you know that if you have COVID, and if it goes off, then it's significant. That also applies to children. So these oximeters, especially a cheapy one like this, may not be so accurate in children. And also in children, depending on their age, we expect their heart rates to be higher than for adult levels. We don't expect in an otherwise healthy child that their oxygen saturation should be low. So if it's less than 95%, then I'm starting to get worried. Okay, I hope you found that useful. Here it is as a summary on the whiteboard. Okay, thanks for watching.